Hello, everyone. We're back again, finally, after a bit of a hiatus. Doing another one of our podcasts for the Arbitrary Echo. So I'm joined, as I always am, by Owen, Mr. Pachelski.
That's me. We got cameras on.
How you doing? Yeah, we've got cameras. We're doing a recording. We're going to record this one.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on Spotify, then
even though I was
got no camera, but
clearly not prepared.
His camera. You got the wide lens.
Yeah, so I'm using my GoPro.
Looks like there should be live leak in the top corner, and like you're about to be shot in the head.
It's like I've just moved into the room, so everything's still all scattered about.
Oh, is this your new room?
Yeah, I've got the bigger room now. Finally,
I actually cleaned up my room today. I reorganized everything, so everything behind me looks cleaner than usual.
Yeah, mine pretty much does as well. I had like everything because I've been doing a lot of gardening. It could be. It's just like stuff piled on top of the desks here.
Yeah, I sorted all that out today.
I've got to find room for like the steering wheel and stuff. So I'll do that at some point. So how you been?
Not too bad, getting by. But you, the big K.
Yeah.
You've been up to stuff.
I've been up to a fair bit actually. I've been non-stop the past, I'd say like 6 weeks. It's been madness. So yeah, we've spoken about it a few times on the podcast, and I finally did it. I went on the
he lost his virginity.
Trip. Oh no, it feels like something I need to lose again at some point. But no. Finally went out to Ukraine. Did what I said I was actually going to do. Probably the only time in my life I've actually said I'm going to do something, I'll probably end up doing it.
So this is your second trip?
So it's my first actual trip into Ukraine.
Yes.
I've done trips to the border / Poland, which have always been good. Don't get me wrong, but when you've done stuff like this, you kind of wanted to see what you were doing it for. That was my point, and yeah, it was very insightful. Probably, I don't know. There's a lot of me that doesn't really know how I feel about it all, if I'm honest. Probably because I spent so much time. Didn't get to. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Like, it wasn't like I never saw it as like going to do any sightseeing or anything like that. But I just didn't get a minute's rest. Yeah. And then when I felt like I did, I was doing everything else, and it wore me out to the point where I couldn't really take much in.
Yeah, I guess you're in that's the sort of situation though you sort of put yourself in.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely learned lessons about what I would do next time. 100%.
So is there going to be a next time?
I hope so. I'm not gonna. I can't do what I did over the past 6 months for. It sounds really horrible, but for little reward.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a lot of work for very little. And especially the amount of work you have to do for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never asked for a thank you of anyone that I've ever that I've done this for, and I never would expect a thank you. I did it for the sole purpose of I kind of needed to find myself a little bit.
And would you say you did?
No, sort of. But I don't think it kind of selfishly achieved what I wanted it to achieve.
You had your expectations were higher.
Not even that. I knew what I was going out to. I thought it might change my outlook on a lot of stuff, and it kind of didn't. Personally, one thing I will say, I did fall in love with another country. Ukraine is an absolutely beautiful country
when it's not being bombed.
Beautiful.
No.
Honestly,
Roboto over here.
Because this.
There we go. He's back. Oh, he's gone again.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're being very robotic.
I don't know.
It's all right. It's back.
Okay. Yeah. The country itself is very beautiful. Because obviously we know that they have like the world's leading amount of grain that goes out of their country.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. That's why we're having the world food shortage. Shortage on food because of the war in Ukraine. They have some of the richest soil in the world. That's best for growing. Yeah, they have some of the best growing soil. Not entirely sure, and I'm quite surprised because obviously it's a very cold country.
Yeah.
Even though it was actually pretty warm when we were over there.
That's because of all the fires.
But every single house that we saw over there wasn't like what we have. They all plough their gardens.
Well, they must be growing stuff then on their gardens. Or they just do it for fun?
Yeah, and I mean, like, proper ploughed it. And front and back. I thought it was brilliant. I could live on that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a farmer's life, isn't it?
Yeah, I already like doing the gardening and stuff like that. And I saw it and I was like, oh, wow, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
It does seem life for some.
And the people were really nice, were lovely, especially probably the only country I've ever been where an Englishman has been treated very nicely, to be honest.
Probably. Yeah, because
I mean, if you're a tourist, they will pretend, but let's face it, which was quite ironic because we had a friend that went to, didn't we? He went to another country. You know who I'm on about, right? I won't name him.
A friend that went to another country. Yes. Okay. Yep.
And he spoke about racism.
Yep. Japan is known. I think it's not. It's not like it's a hidden fact that Japan hates. It's got the lowest.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. No, go on.
I was quite surprised. It actually really shocked me when he told me about it. Yeah, it really did. I didn't know. I was
Japan is
really naive.
is so xenophobic and racist. It's insane. They have like I think I said it when we were talking about it. I think it's like 98% of Japan is Japanese or something.
It's kind of really put me off going over there, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people have say the same. It's
because I'm not really one to keep my mouth shut.
Well, they won't understand you probably.
Because I would tell someone to F off if
they would have no clue what that means.
Yeah, well, exactly. But yeah, it kind of really put me off. But it probably happens in Ukraine about English people.
It happens everywhere though. But you'll probably find that the places you go, especially the tourist-heavy places, are friendlier than the rural.
Except for the Dutch have a really big fascination about us.
The Dutch?
Yes, they do.
Fair enough.
Because I've spoken to a few people, and funnily enough, so we were on our way out of Ukraine on the day of a load of missile attacks.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah. And we ended up going to one checkpoint to leave the country. We couldn't use it. We had to go back to the original one that we came in through. Which is fair enough. So that took about an hour and a half on our journey. Get to this other checkpoint, crossing border, 8-hour queue.
8 hours. Did you just
8-hour queue?
Wow. But what did you do?
What can you do?
No, but but what did you do to entertain yourself?
I actually ran because one thing that really surprised me over in Ukraine was the amount of petrol stations there are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I took 2 jerry cans with me thinking we are going to get stuck.
Yeah.
Like, if we run out of fuel, we're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
But they had them everywhere. Like, every mile was a petrol station. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's true.
But there was 2 or 3 on the border, and there was one point where I just went in there, and they had chicken nuggets and chips. I was like, oh, I'll grab some of them. Really nice.
I guess you just ran to get chicken nuggets and.
Pretty much. That was the only entertaining thing. It was quite long and tedious because you didn't know when you were going to move, and it was just like, right, okay.
Because there's 2 of you, wasn't it?
And it was
you
just
and
the Polish dragging their feet, getting people through.
Bloody Polish.
Yeah, And even when we got right to the other end, they were really slow about everything. And I'm like, well, hang on, mate. I said because I was getting frustrated by this time. I said, mate, I've worked with a ton of Polish people and they work hard. And I'm like, you guys are being shown up.
Probably they're just sick of their jobs. They've probably been doing it for the past year, and they're just like so many cars they have to get through, and just long, tedious shifts.
They
And
just come over here and work like 10 times harder than they would in their own country.
Well, because they get deported otherwise.
Yeah. I love Polish. I love Poland, to be fair. I love it. I'd go back. I want to go back for I'd love to do like a tour of Poland. Again, they hate the English, apparently. But they've always been lovely to me when I've been over there, so...
Yeah. No comment.
But then, again, they have a very Russian... It's still very Russian.
It's very communist.
Yeah. So I can't really blame them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like every Polish person that I've known in this country has been amazing. Like,
thank you. I know.
You're not really Polish, though, are you? You just have the name.
No, I'm half Polish, but sure.
There's nothing about you that is Polish, really. You never shopped in the Polish shop when you were at uni.
Yes, you're correct. Because I don't like Polish food. No offense to Polish. Nope.
Oh, I love it.
I had it a while ago, and I think it was some of the worst food I've ever tasted in my life. I just couldn't stand it. Something disgusting. It's probably just whatever that dish was disgusting. I can't even remember the name.
We got into Poland, right? And I'm like, we stopped off to get some diesel. And one of the service stations had a restaurant in it. And I'm like, do you know what? Because the one thing I was worried about when I went away was eating crap. Because I didn't really want to be eating like McDonald's, Burger King and all that. Yeah. So I was kind of going out with food, to be honest with you. It was about 3 days where I didn't eat at all.
What?
Because
you must have lost quite a lot of weight then. You do look somewhat thinner.
I've lost about, I think it was about 2 stone. I've lost.
That's good.
Since January.
That's really good.
Well, it's got me booked onto my surgery.
Oh, there you go then.
So I go to meet the surgeon on the 16th of May.
Very soon, yeah. 16th of May. Isn't that? I feel like something's happening at that date. Yeah, I feel like something's happening on that date.
No. That was because we said in the group chat yesterday about.
Yeah, no, but I feel like I'm thinking of the King's coronation. That's in May. Is that the week before?
Pardon me.
That's a bank holiday.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sometime in May, beginning of May, I think.
Oh, I won't get any time off for it anyway.
I don't work. I don't work Mondays, so on Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday.
So yeah, it was. We were out of the country here a total of 6 days, 6.5, and I was knackered.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Literally, I had to drive from Poland all the way back to the UK without sleeping.
Oh, how fast? How was it? How many hours?
It's about how many hours? That's 28 hours.
And
you got. I got to France and I started to feel it.
Yeah. Did you take the train, Eurotunnel?
We took the Eurotunnel there.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to book whatever I could on the way back.
Right. Oh, because you didn't know when you were going to return, so yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know when we were going to return, so and it just turned out, and I begrudgingly had to book P&O cruises because P&O ferry. Sorry, I didn't want to, but they were like everything else was like 3 times the price compared to P&O ferries because people don't want to use P&O ferries, and I kind of get it.
Yeah, no, you have to. I mean, money's tight as well. I mean, obviously, that's just how it is with your.
They're shitty company, aren't they? Really, let's face it.
They're cheap for a reason.
Yeah, because no one wants
to
use
Ryanair. Cheap for a reason.
Yeah, I would use Ryanair though, but I have done loads of times before. Used Ryanair.
Hmm.
But yeah, I didn't get the experience. I loved Ukraine, and I loved the people when I went over there. They were just so nice and so welcoming. That was
Yeah.
the thing. They were just brilliant. It was never an issue. Like, no. You stay here. Oh, no, you're all right. I'll pay for a hotel. No, stay.
I saw your
I mean,
hotel in Poland. It looked quite nice.
yeah, I've stayed in that one several times, though. It's always the place that I go to, and it's actually really cheap.
It looks nice as well.
It's about 50 quid a night.
That's not cheap.
That's cheap.
I mean, for a place that looks like that, yeah. I'm used to travel lodges, so.
Yeah, which is about, we paid more than that for the travel lodge in Reading.
That was Reading, though. And it wasn't that bad. It was only like, it was £70 for the weekend, so it's what, 35 a night?
Yeah. But I'd still rather pay. I think the hotel that this was another thing as well. So we got to Poland. No, we got to Germany, right, on the way there. We booked a hotel, got our stuff ready, and came down for something to eat. And our contact we were meant to originally meet up with said she couldn't meet up with us anymore.
Why? You know why?
She had there was something going on. She couldn't.
Yeah.
It was something to do with work. I'm like, what the fuck am I meant to do? You know, I'm in Germany. What do? Do I turn back? Do I just go and hope I bump into someone in, which I'm really glad I didn't do now, because you have to declare where your stuff's going because you get like a green card when you enter Ukraine, because it's technically not part of Europe.
Yep.
And they actually jump when you go into Ukraine, I didn't know this, they jump an hour forward as well. So you go an hour forward, they jump an extra hour forward. So they're 2 hours ahead of the UK.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So you go an hour ahead when you're in Europe.
Yep.
All the way to Poland, and then you go an extra hour over.
That's weird. The time's always tricky, especially when you're driving between the countries. It's like going from the east coast to west coast of America.
Well, it was like, yeah, it's worse, especially on the way back, because you lose time.
Yeah.
Well, it felt like you lost time anyway, but you didn't. It was really weird.
Well, yeah, technically.
But, what do you call it? Yeah, so you have to declare where your goods are going. So anyway, we're in Germany, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? So I do quick on search on Facebook for people in Ukraine and stuff like that. And I remember I messaged this English guy called Andy.
Andy Murray.
Months ago, when I first started the whole campaign, and he got in touch with me and was like, yeah, you know, and he messaged me stuff that we'd need. He sent me a letter of what it would be for. Really, he did it immediately. To be fair, it was really good.
Yeah.
And that enabled us to get into Ukraine. And they were just really hospitable. It was brilliant. We made it over to his. We saw some war-torn places, but I didn't get to take many photos. This is another thing that I regret. I didn't get to take many photos.
Yeah, I saw your few videos on the Facebook.
Yeah, because I was being pulled from pillar to post.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't driving, I was looking up other stuff, and it just didn't feel like I was resting, which is fine. I don't mind working hard, but next time I need to have people with me that can do that sort of stuff.
Cameraman.
I don't mind driving. I don't mind. Yeah, I need a cameraman. Really, I need someone who's going to be able to just sit and take photos.
Yeah.
And do that sort of stuff. Where if I can do the driving, I don't mind. But when you feel like you're doing everything, it wore me down a little bit.
Well, this could be like a good advertisement for it. If whenever whenever the next trip happens, if anyone is interested in that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not planning anything yet. I know I put something on the Facebook to be like, Yeah, I will do it again, but
The money's not there.
it's
It's
not even the money, to be quite honest with you. I'm not even going to start campaigning yet again because I've got uni to finish off. I've got my TMA in like 3 or 4 weeks. ETMA, which is my final assessment.
Yeah.
Thank God they gave me an extension on my last work.
Yep.
Because I told them what I was doing. They were like, no problem. Have an extension. I've got the lorry stuff to do. I've got personal things I've got to sort out. I've got the surgery coming up, and I really don't want to be making plans if they turn to me and say, because they've told me once I meet the surgeon, it could be 4 to 8 weeks afterwards. There's no real time on it, to be honest. So it could be anything. So, yeah, I've got so much to do, and I really do. I would like a charity to reach out to me, though. Does that make sense? I would like a charity to be able to reach out to me and say, hey, like, we'd like to work with you. Because that's what I have to say. That's one thing that really miffed me off last time. I reached out to a load of charities that were saying they were desperate for staff. I'd reach out to them and I'd get nothing back, or we'd let you know. Like,
that's most charities.
Well,
they're all a bunch of weirdos, for lack of better word.
A lot of people wanted money as well. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not giving you money because, to be quite honest with you, if people in our country are willing to do what they have done and give you stuff, I want to make sure it goes to the correct places, which it did.
It's like donating to the homeless. You shouldn't give them money because they'll just spend it on drugs. Give them food.
I'm actually quite weary about that sort of stuff anyway.
What, the homeless?
Yeah.
Why don't we just eat the homeless? Solve world hunger and poverty. Homelessness is just easy.
But I don't know. I was hoping to feel a bit better about myself.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You feel like you've done this grand thing and then meh.
Yeah, especially after everything that went on, and I spent so much time trying to, maybe trying to make myself feel like a better person, and I still don't feel like a better person.
Mm-hmm. I reckon it's my. Yeah, I don't know, because I obviously don't know how you are feeling, but I guess it's possibly just you're disappointed.
I don't want to say I'm disappointed. That's not what I'm saying. It's kind of, I don't know, like with everything that happened all that time ago, and I should probably be over it by now, to be quite honest with you. But I spent so much time trying to make myself, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to prove something wrong. Like, when I was told I was such a bad person for a long time. Well, I was such a bad person for not knowing why I was a bad person.
Oh, did a girl tell you that?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
You know, and it's not just one girl, by the way. I've had a lot of them.
And they always like to use that. They say you're a bad person, and they tell you you have issues, but they expect you to know your issues. They didn't tell it to you.
You know what? I think it really bugged me when I was called a narcissist. I think that really bugged me a little bit.
Fair enough. I've had moments where I've been called. I was called lazy in secondary school, and that really bothered me.
Yeah. Like, she kept saying, you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. To be quite honest with you, at the time, I probably didn't really actually understand what a narcissist was. So I just took it on the chin.
Has those experiences where they have like someone, like a mind-opening sort of thing where they realise about something about themselves.
Yeah.
But it's not about who you were, but who you are.
Yeah, I know. I still feel lesser, if I'm honest.
Really? Would you not say this trip has made you somewhat even more whole?
No, not really. I've had people come over to the house. I've had neighbours, like some neighbours, like my neighbours are all shit. Like direct neighbours are shit.
You've spoken about them before on the podcast.
I could tell you more that I've realised this over the past week. But I've had like people walking past, like been out in the garden trying to get that all started up again for the season, and people just telling me how much of a great job I did going over there and stuff like that. And to me, it doesn't seem to be like an ego boost at all. I just
does it feel?
I just
would you say it feels kind of fake?
Yeah.
Do you feel
I
like
feel fake?
You got imposter syndrome? You feel
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
You don't really deserve praise or
yeah. I don't like
anything
it, but I never really have, to be honest with you. I've never been one to really take compliments or accepted them.
No, a lot of guys aren't.
No, it's just inbuilt into us as males.
I don't remember the last time I got a genuine compliment.
Men don't really.
Yeah.
I think it's a really bad flaw in society, to be honest.
Yep.
But then I could go on about that for hours and still be judged on my opinions.
That's just life.
But yeah, I would do it again 100% because I'm not doing it again. I just wanted people to know that we were still with them. And also, one thing as well, every single country I went through, they're patriotic. We are literally the only country that's not patriotic.
I think for rightful reasons. I think it's just we're not blinded by, like, we don't try and accept that our government, we don't try and lie to ourselves that our government is good, our government is shit.
Not even that. I wouldn't even say it's about government or anything like that. Like, even just like, because I appreciate the country that I live in. I really
of course,
do.
Yeah, I do as well.
To a point, I do anyway. Like,
I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. That's how I put it. I'm happy in the UK.
I mean, you look what's just happened in the US right now.
Awful. They had another shooting, didn't they?
Yeah, the transgender female to male.
Yeah, Joe Biden said something weird, didn't he? About it, he said some really weird thing.
They all do. They all say some weird shit about it, all don't they?
My favorite thing about the Americans is all the memes that have come out from, like, you know, the Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Obama like play Minecraft stuff. That AI voices. Yeah, that's the best bit. Let's just keep those going. Forget the actual politics.
I like the fact that I live in a country where if I say I don't like, for example, if I don't like Rishi Sunak, I can say it publicly and post it, and I'm not going to have like MI5 turn up to the door and send me to a gulag. Do you know what I mean? Like, these countries, Russia, a lot, Belarus, all these countries have
China,
that.
Even America.
Even though Belarus is a lot more free.
Mm.
America, you can kind of say what you want.
You can, but it doesn't come from the government. It comes from the people. Like, you get the Trump supporters who will rage you down. You get the far left and far right that just scream at each other.
Yeah, but I think one thing I've realized as well is that Americans have the incapability of being centralists.
Yes. Yeah. America doesn't have the ability to think of other people's views. They have no ability to understand someone else's view.
Like, for example, like when we do this, we both can make points for both sides.
Yeah, of course.
Which I would say I'm very centralist. I think I'm very centralist. I can understand both points of view, but understand what is wrong with both points of view.
Yeah.
Whereas there are a lot of people I do know that don't understand, that are either very left or very right, and they can't understand the other point. That's something that I won't ever understand, how you can't understand why someone is upset or angry or likes certain stuff. Why someone can't be centralist. But America, they're either red or blue, left or right. You know, it's not as black and white.
Yeah. It's strange.
I think it's a shame. I think
it won't change.
It's like the gun laws in America. They're very like, they have them or they love them or hate them. Well, there's been 100+ school shootings this year so far.
Damn. Are we even 100 days into the? We must be, yeah. Must be just past it, about to pass 100
But
days.
they only record it if over 4 people have died in this shootout.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like the rule on, like, in if something's if it has like less than 110 grams of sugar, it can be called no sugar. Or
Yeah.
something. It's like that. I'm being bloody
Mad, isn't
flashbanged
it?
in my room. The sun is flashbanging me.
Yeah, you've got the sun, and it's really like
It was
dismal where I am.
awfully raining earlier.
Yeah, it was, but it's awfully dismal where I am.
Because the sun is literally sets that way. So it's probably sort of somewhat up above me.
But yeah, it was. It's mad statistics that they don't.
Yeah.
Like over 100, and I don't want to go to school in America. Like, come on, man! And they call themselves the leading country of the world, like
The freest nation with
the freest nation. Yeah,
worst everything.
the right to bear arms is
The
like
worst education.
Yeah,
The highest obesity.
awful. Yeah, but again, we're catching up with obesity. I'm not surprised.
We are.
And I'm not surprised the rest of the world ain't either.
But the way, Go on.
Maybe it's just the way that other countries consume food,
Mhm.
and it's what I've seen as well, especially going through Europe for the past couple of years, driving through Europe. Their food is a lot bigger than ours, and it's a
Portion
lot.
size is huge. Yeah.
Even like I will compare a Snickers. Like, this is our Snickers bar. That's their Snickers bar.
There's probably more sugar in as well.
But yet, we're still more obese.
Yeah, but with obesity, the way I view it is, I don't care about obesity rates as long as I'm not the one that's obese. As long as I'm fine, that's all I care about. I don't care
want
about
to be
others.
that statistic.
No, that's because the thing is, obesity is something you can help. Like, if you're obese, that's your fault. No offense, Kieran. Or anyone watching.
You're not wrong. I'm not going to deny it. You're not wrong. But again, it's like any addiction, it's hard to break.
True.
For some people.
I've actually started getting back into. I've been starting doing exercise weekly, 2 times a week.
Walking downstairs is not exercise.
Funny man. I've been going out for runs, doing some runs.
Oh yeah.
I got a rowing machine, so we're doing some rowing.
I need to get my kettlebells out actually. I've got kettlebells, dumbbells, weights, and all that.
Yeah,
so...
I've actually lost quite a bit of weight on my stomach. Good.
You had no weight to lose.
No, I do. This is I always wear baggy like jumpers like this, so it's like it doesn't do it. But I always had like I've been drinking a lot of beer as well, so I was getting a bit of a beer belly. But
yes, you do.
Yeah, I drink a lot.
A lot of the times when we get onto a phone call with a group, you're usually drunk before the event has actually started.
Because you guys show up at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but even then, like, I would start drinking, say, when I get there. I haven't drank before everyone's turned up.
I don't show up drunk. I just
there have been a few times where you have.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we haven't played together recently. So.
No, we haven't. We are tomorrow, though, aren't we?
Yeah, just show up on time. Easy.
I can't guarantee that. I probably will, to be fair.
It's you and Ethan.
The problem is, like, it's the 7 o'clock for me. It's showing up.
We say 7:30 to 8. That's fine.
I always turn up at about 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's when I usually turn up. But then Ethan turns up at like 9, so
or doesn't.
Or doesn't. Yeah, it depends if his girlfriend's allowed him out of the house.
Yeah, classic. We say it, but we're just jealous. Actually, not really.
No, not really. Not jealous.
Anyway,
you are.
No, not of him. Not of him. God no. Well, we've met. What?
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, because I was going to make a joke. Actually, I can make a joke. Then I'm going to watch this. I was going to make a joke that I've met his girlfriend. I'm not jealous of him.
Oh.
They're not going to watch it. They're not going to watch it.
I'm not going to say anything because she's like 12 years my senior, and yeah, that would look disgusting.
The way you worded that made it sound really awful. she's
They
12
did.
years.
Even though I have the mentality of like,
You made
a
it
lot
sound like
less
she's a
than you guys.
12-year-old. You said she's 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years my age.
Yeah, but
She's
yeah,
not
yeah.
12.
No, but you said 12 years. You made it sound like
I'll have the
he's a
police
nonce.
banging on the door next.
We should clarify. They're both 23.
So 10 years.
Oh, you're 33.
Yeah, I'm 33. Not 35.
I didn't think you were 35.
Well, how old did you think I was?
32. 31.
Oh, it's only a year then. It's not like
Yeah, I
I'm
did. No, I thought you were
68.
younger than you were. No, I didn't think you were old because I knew you were. I thought you were around 9 years younger than me because your birthday's in 89, 90,
89.
89.
So I was an 80s child for like a month.
And I was a 90s child for a few months because I was born in 99.
Cool, Linux. You can say you're a 90s kid.
Yeah, July
But I can say
99.
I was an 80s kid, but I was probably still shitting my pants then.
you still
I
do.
probably didn't tell, I still do, do you know what I mean? So, oh, how I miss that. Funny fact,
How you
though,
miss shitting your pants? What?
who doesn't?
I guess, but if obviously if you were young, yeah, if you're a baby and you have no control.
Funny fact, though,
Yeah.
when we were in Ukraine, right, we had a load of nappies, adult nappies to take over.
Was it like soldiers wear them?
Well, this is where I'm heading.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I didn't really know what we were going to do with them, but people just kept giving me them. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll take them. Someone will be able to make use of them. Anyway, I said to Andy, I'm really sorry. We have got a load of adult pads. I don't know what you want to do with them. If there's any like care homes, he says, I'll be honest with you, mate. We'll actually take him to the front line.
Yeah.
I said, what for? And he says, snipers.
Oh, because they have to sit there for so long.
Yeah, they have to sit there for days, weeks. And they can just put a pad on and do what they need to do without moving, really. And they
That's
can,
mad.
and then they'll have someone else take. They literally have another person like change them.
Oh.
That's mad. But that happens in apparently nearly every country with their snipers.
Yeah, obviously. The tactic that just works. You don't want to
That's
miss the
mad.
chance to take the shot sort of thing. So
That is absolutely mad.
yeah. It is. It's a pretty cool fact though. Makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah. It does actually.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad I did it. Hopefully I get to experience it again. I may or may not. Let's see what happens, really.
Yeah, the place to be for updates would be your Facebook group, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because basically I was trying to use Instagram and I was trying to use Twitter, but I'm useless with social media.
Boomer. Well, I'm useless with social media as well. So
I wouldn't even say that. I think I know how to post and I know what to do, but no one gives a shit about what I'm talking about, really.
yeah, it's really hard. I don't understand social media at all.
Yeah, I don't understand because they tell you what to do. There's so many basic. This is what you must do, and you do it, and it doesn't feel like luck because they tell you it's also down to luck, but sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
So, and then
Who knows?
so I couldn't really get those off the ground. I mean, even the Facebook group. This is one thing I've said in my group. I would need way more people in.
And yeah, the support's too low.
Yeah,
Or
the support is
another
too low. It's like I've got like 139 people. Some of them are friends and family.
Pretty good
and
though.
It's pretty good, but
Better than
to
zero.
enable a continuous stream, I would need people.
Yeah.
And it's at the minute it doesn't look good for what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I have actually had an offer for the van to buy it.
Oh wow! Are you gonna take it? I guess.
I've asked him for a bit of time.
Yeah.
To think about it, and he said that's fine. He wouldn't be doing anything for a couple of months anyway.
Okay.
So
yeah, it just depends on
it
support.
depends because if we get people to join the group, there may be someone that joins who can kind of help support it.
Yeah, you hope that. I guess that's where they think the luck comes from. You find the person to help you support.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just a domino effect of how it works, really. Like I've seen other Ukrainian sites get like tens of thousands of people.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
There's
how
no
they
way
do
of
it.
promoting your group.
I guess I was gonna say you could do Facebook ads, but I don't know if Facebook have a policy against advertising charities.
I don't think they advertise pages.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah. And I was doing the same thing on Instagram. I'd do the correct hashtags. I would do
It's so
posts and
confusing
nothing.
and terrible.
And same with Twitter as well. And I felt like I was wasting my time with them a little bit. So I just focused on Facebook because my bigger audience really was on Facebook.
Yeah.
I might give it a pop sooner or later. Say if miraculously the Facebook group grows, and I bring in one or two people that could administrate the group as well, and I can go, right, okay, you do this, and the one thing I'm actually good at is delegating that sort of stuff because of my years of managing.
Yep.
I can't manage my own life, but I can manage other people's quite well.
Not a bad thing.
But yeah, Ukraine Aid United on Facebook. If you search it,
The link will be in the description.
The link will be in the description.
I'll make sure of it.
Also, a video of this is going up on the group as well.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware,
I've tried to be as PG as possible.
I think we're going to start trying to do more video.
Hopefully, this is season 2, the start of season 2.
Yeah, we need to discuss stuff afterwards. Obviously,
we've not discussed any of it, but this is the start of season 2.
Pretty much, beginning of season 2. More.
We've never been.
I'm hoping more focused content.
We're discussing it after.
Yeah,
but for now, that's it. I think we're going for 40 minutes.
The thing is, we need feedback as well. That's the main thing.
Do give feedback. If you hate me, just tell me.
If you think I talk like shit, then tell me. If I ramble, tell me whatever.
If you think I'm unfunny,
constructive criticism and feedback is always, because then we know what we're doing, really, and we can talk about stuff that people want to be discussed.
Yeah, give us topics. Give us.
Yeah. That's always.
If you've got like a question, like a deep topic of conversation, let us know.
And if people want to join as well, I think that's another big thing as well. I always have. I'm one to love debating. So if anyone wants to debate anything with me,
I can be a middle ground guy. That's what you were going to do originally, weren't you?
Yeah, but then I've realised I hate using the webcam.
Really?
Yeah, the idea of sitting on Twitch for 6 hours a day with a webcam on just makes me want to bash my head against the wall.
Yeah, for that long, yeah, but something like this, 40 minutes to an hour.
Like it got to the point where sometimes it was like 2 hours, and I hated having my camera on. I don't know how
it's there sometimes.
But then I hate the Twitch community, so
yeah, that's why I went to YouTube. Links in.
Which actually, I really enjoyed your YouTube.
Thank you. It's doing well.
I actually really did, and do you know what? It was actually nice for people to discover you as well.
Yeah.
That was what I enjoyed about watching it as well, because people were discovering you for the first time.
Yeah, I didn't realize as well. YouTube, you can stream at a higher bit rate than on Twitch, so you can have much higher quality.
Yeah, you can.
That's actually really good.
So I'm just sat there and chat, and then someone else. I didn't really. It took me a while to acknowledge him, not because I was like, "Oh my god, I can't speak to a new person." It was more I kind of wanted him to get to know you, rather than what happens in Twitch quite a lot with small streamers. You'll have that one person that's in their chat all the time, and then someone else will join in and be like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Streamer," and then the other person in the chat tries to like take over from the streamer.
Yep.
And I thought, no, I'll let Owen deal with him because it's not my viewer, it's yours, obviously.
I think he was just
I think after like half hour, when he made himself a bit more comfortable, I said, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. I think he was just shy. Everyone is, especially if you're the only one in chat. It's always a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's the hardest thing to overcome, and I think that's why it's really good to have some sort of like. I think this is why a lot of small streamers struggle, because no one wants to talk in a
dead chat.
especially in Twitch, like
Yeah.
most of the people on there are virgins anyway. They struggle talking to people in the first place.
The only good thing I would say about Twitch is the fact that channel points do give people an opportunity to talk. When I still do stream on Twitch every Friday, and I think I had someone recently who watched for a bit, got enough channel points, and then submitted something, and then it led him to talk a bit, and so that got him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But your YouTube stuff and all that is coming along really well.
Yeah, it's slowed down a bit again, but it's to be expected. But
yeah, but I'm sure there'll be something on your YouTube that will.
Yeah, I've still got the daily uploads happening.
Yeah,
I've got videos scheduled from now until the beginning of May, so I need to do anything there for a while. That's why I haven't been streaming. I didn't stream this week at all because I'm letting YouTube catch up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
But that's it, I think.
Brilliant.
46 minutes.
Yeah,
nice, easy return. Any last words? Anything you want to say?
I don't really know. I could have probably rambled on quite a lot.
Probably.
On this one.
Can't we all?
But I probably shouldn't. So
save it for next time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll save it.
Yeah. On.
No. What about you?
No, I got nothing.
Lasting words from you?
Nothing really. What was that?
I always have to have lasting words.
Yeah, because that's the point.
I think it's the first time I've asked you. You're like,
okay. This season, then I'll be the one to do the last words of wisdom. Yeah.
If you want, or just last closing statement.
Okay, last closing statement. How can you hate Kanye West when he made Graduation?
Ooh.
A joke, of course. Graduation is a good album, but Kanye West has said some things. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. You got to do the outro. It's your episode.
Right, guys. You can catch. Yeah, as I said, like, I think this is going up on the group as well. So, this group can't continue, and I can't continue to do the work unless it grows. Essentially. So yeah, it's, I know people think that all I need support is money wise, but quite frankly, a lot of the support I need is free.
Yeah, that's any content creator online, be it they do anything someone does online that they create stuff. The thing they need most is shares.
And this is a general misconception. A lot of people think that we need money to continue to the work that we do.
No, it's always shares.
To be quite honest with you, what I need the Ukraine Aid United name out there. That's what I need. Otherwise, I can't continue to do what we do. It's as simple as that.
Yep. He's gone robotic again.
Oh, have I?
Nope, you're back.
I don't know then. Yeah, I can't continue to do what I do without growth of this of my Facebook group. It's as simple as that. If it doesn't, then I don't know if I'll be able to continue. So, but anyone one thing as well, before we go, I do want to say, like, I know that someone told me I had to write a letter to like every single person that helped, and I'm not going to be able to do that because there's so many people that I could sit here and write letters to.
Yeah, it's not bloody Christmas cards.
To be honest with you, spelling's not really my forte.
That's true.
And punctuation and anything to do with the English language.
Yeah, I've read a few Facebook posts from you that I've questioned.
To be honest with you, I read them back afterwards and I'm like, oh God, I sound so retarded. I just don't proofread. That's my problem.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone that has supported in any way, like, obviously money, I well and truly appreciate it. I've never been able to have done that without the financial support. People who did share the Facebook group and have supported in some way in the Facebook group, the British Royal Legion for their big support, like pretty much just lending me their halls. The mechanics who actually did a lot of free work on the van.
They do it for free.
I had some free work done to the van, like service and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Tire checks and whatnot. I had all that done for free. Absolutely lovely guys. They're in the group. I know they are. So big shout out to them. And I will use your service as well, because I need new brakes on it. Anyone that's helped in any way, I do want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And I know people did say to me that was I going to continue. Yes, I do want to continue, but I cannot if I don't grow this Facebook group. As simple as that. So, and if anyone has any ideas, my messages are already always open. My DMs are always open. Like,
slide into his
anyone
DMs.
has any ideas, no matter how big or small or out there they may be, because I can't think of everything, and I'm not very good at thinking of everything either. So yeah,
it's a team effort.
I know that was a long outro.
No, it's a time.
I just wanted to make that point before we cut off, really. So and I'll hand it over to you. Anything that you've got to say before we go?
I think you said it all. Content creators definitely need. Well, you see the big content creators say, "Oh, exposure doesn't pay bills," but the little ones, chances are, like people like us, we have jobs on the side to support us for money wise. If we wanted to make this thing into a proper thing, it's exposure more than it is money, because you can't. Yeah, go on.
It's a domino effect, really, isn't it? Like,
you need the domino from exposure before you can even begin. We don't make any money from this.
Yeah,
we've been doing this podcast for over 2 years. We don't make any money.
It's longer than that, isn't it?
It was 2 years last year. This is the in October it'll be 3 years.
That's mad. I'd say about a year of it was. It's been on and off, but
this
we're gonna try. We're gonna. It's mainly me, to be honest with you. I'm the issue.
It's 100% him. Not
it is
me at all.
Me that I'm the issue. I'm very but I'm flaky in life. Let's face it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm going to try and get back into it a bit more consistently. If I can. So yeah.
Yeah, basically follow everything. Follow the charity. Follow the Facebook. Follow this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. Follow it if you're on Spotify. Follow our own personal YouTubes. Follow our own Twitch accounts. Follow our Twitter accounts. Follow everything in the descriptions of everything. Basically, if you're looking at a description, click every link. Look at it. Follow it. Subscribe. Do whatever.
Yep. I totally agree.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Goodbye.